Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Christ. I'm so glad to see you, and I hope that everybody's having some fun with their families and hopefully getting a lot of your work done that's being sent to you from your teachers or picking up packets. I wanted to let you know that your teachers said that they are very proud of all your hard work. And just so you know, because you're an English language student, if you struggle on some assignments, it's okay. You don't have to do every single part. If there's too much work for you to do, then just do some of it. But as long as you show that you're giving effort and you're trying to complete your assignments, that's really all that your teachers care about. So, I was wondering, did anybody hit the books this week and work really hard on some of your assignments? I know this week for a lot of your upper grades, you started some literature studies. I know that fourth grade is doing Mr. Popper's Penguins, and there's some other literature studies for some other grades. So I hope you're having fun hitting the books or working really hard. My next idiom, remember, is in hot water. Hopefully nobody has been in hot water. That means they're not getting in trouble. And today's idiom is called, if your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Now, my sentence says, I wanted to eat it all, but my eyes were bigger than my stomach. Probably pretty easy to do when you are at home and there's not a lot to do and you think, I'm going to eat, instead of really, are you really hungry? Probably not. So if you want to eat something and it's really more than you can eat, you know, like when somebody says, hey, would you like to have some more potatoes? And you go, oh, yeah, I want more potatoes. And then you take a couple bites and you think, oh, that was way too many potatoes. That's because your eyes were bigger than what your stomach can hold. And so we say, oh, my eyes were bigger than my stomach. Mrs. Chris does the same thing as this picture. I know when I get ice cream, I'm always like, oh, I don't want just one scoop. I want 2 scoops. And then I think, oh, this is so good. I love it. And then part of the way through, I can't eat it anymore because I'm so full because my eyes were bigger than my stomach. So let's see if this week, sometime during your day, if your eyes are bigger than your stomach. I have a wonderful book today, and it's called One Grain of Rice, and it's by the author Demi, and it's a really great book because it's a mathematical book. And when I get done, you can see what the math is all like, and you could probably do this yourself. So here I'm at the title page, One Grain of Rice, a mathematical folk tale by the author Demi, and the publisher is Scholastic. Oh, thank you, Nova. Nova is licking my arm.
Just saying hi.
I will let you see her in a little bit. It says, long ago in India, there lived a Raja who was kind of like a president for the United States, someone who's in charge, or a king, who believed that he was wise and fair, as a Raja should be. So here's the Raja. He thought he was really, really smart. The people in his province, which means kind of like their area, their city, their state, were rice farmers. The Raja decreed that everyone must give nearly all of their rice to him. I will store the rice safely, the Raja promised the people, so that in the time of famine, everyone will have rice to eat and no one will go hungry. So in a time when maybe because there isn't enough rain and the waters is not making the crops grow enough and there isn't enough food, that's what a famine is, when there's not enough food to feed all the people. We're so lucky during this time we have plenty of food. Each year, The Raja's rice collectors gathered nearly all of the people's rice and carried away to the royal storehouses. So here they are, collecting all the rice and taking it and storing it at their castle. For many years, the rice grew well. The people gave nearly all of their rice to the Raja, and the storehouses were always full. But the people were only left with just enough rice to get by. Then one year, the rice grew badly, and there was famine and hunger. The people had no rice to give to the Raja, and they had no rice to eat. Oh, look at these people. Look at how sad they are. They had no rice. Stop my book for a second because I think Nova wants to say hi. She's sitting right next to you. Hi, Nova. She keeps sitting by me while I'm talking. So everybody say hi, Nova. Come here, Nova. Nova. Nova, come here. Come here. Come say hi. She's like, oh, I can't tell what these cameras are. The Raja's minister asked him, Your Highness, let us open the royal storehouses and give the rice to the people as you promised. Oh, Nova, don't hit the computer. No, cried the Raja. How do I know how long the famine may last? I must have the rice for myself. Promise or no promise, a Raja must not go hungry. Was that very kind? No, he's keeping all the rice to himself, and especially in a famine when everybody is so hungry. Time went on, and the people grew more and more hungry, but the Raja would not give out the rice. He kept it all to himself. I don't think he sounds like a very good leader. One day, the Raja ordered a feast for himself and his court. As it seemed to him, the Raja should now and then even have a party when there's a famine. The servant led an elephant from a royal storehouse to the palace, carrying 2 baskets full of rice. The village girl named Rani saw that a trickle of rice, that means a little bit of rice, was falling down onto the ground as the elephant walked. Quickly, she jumped up and walked along beside the elephant, catching the falling rice in her skirt. She was clever, and she began to make a plan. So there she is. Look at all that fallen rice in her skirt. What do you think she's going to do with that rice? Could she take that rice and measure and plant more rice? Could she give it back to the Raja? I don't know. Oh, I have to show you this because it's so cute. Look at Cookie. She sits right up on top of my couch. Hi, Cookie. Just like Lion King. We call her Lion King. Like Lion King sits on top of the mountain. But that's where Cookie loves to lay, right on top of where Mr. Chris sits and watches television. She lays right up there. So now she's just listening to my story, which is really sweet. At the palace, a guard cried, Halt! Thief! Where are you going with that rice? I'm not a thief, Rani replied. This rice fell from one of the baskets, and I'm returning it now to the Raja. When the Raja heard about Rani's good deed, he asked his ministers to bring her before him. I wish to reward you for returning what belongs to me, the Raja said to Rani. Ask me for anything, and you shall have it. So there's the guard catching her. And here's the Raja. He's telling her, hey, I'll give you anything you want. If you were in the middle of a famine and you didn't have any food, what do you think you would want? I think I'd want a refrigerator full of food if I had a famine. Your Highness, said Rani, I do not deserve any reward at all, but if you wish, you may give me 1 grain of rice. Only 1 grain of rice? Exclaimed the Raja. Surely you will allow me to reward you with more plentiful, as a Raja should. Very well, said Rani. If it pleases your Highness, you may reward me in this way. Today you will give me a single grain of rice. Then each day for 30 days you will give me double the rice you gave me the day before. Thus tomorrow you will give me 2 grains of rice. And the next day, if you double it, 4 grains of rice. And so on for 30 days. Think about that for a minute. Do you feel like it's going to be a lot of rice at the end of 30 days? Or not a lot of rice at the end of 30 days? Everybody, give me a show. What do you think? A lot of rice or not a lot of rice? Here she is. This seems to be a modest reward. A modest means like, oh, not very much. Just a little. Just not too much, said the Raja, but you shall have it. And Rani was presented with a single grain of rice. And the next day, Rani was presented with 2 grains of rice. And the following day, Rani was presented with 4 grains of rice. Every day, they were doubling the rice. On the 9th day, Rani was presented with 256 grains of rice. She had received in all 511 grains of rice. Only enough, though, if you counted rice. It's kind of small. It only equaled a small handful. This girl, to be honest, is not very clever. Clever is another juicy, exciting word for smart. Thought the Raja. She would have gained more rice by keeping what fell into her skirt. On the 12th day, though, Rani received 2,048 grains of rice, almost 4 handfuls. And on the 13th day, she received 4,096 grains of rice, enough to fill a bowl. Because it went from 4 handfuls to 8 handfuls, which then filled a whole bowl. We're getting better, and it's only day 13. On the 16th day, Rani was presented with a bag containing 32,768 grains of rice. Altogether, she had enough rice for 2 full bags. Ooh, look at that. The doubling adds up to more rice than I suspected, thought the Raja. But surely her reward won't amount to much. So he's thinking, this is becoming a lot of rice. On the 20th day, Rani was presented with 16 more bags filled with rice. And on the 21st day, she received 1,048,576 grains of rice, enough to fill a basket. Sounds like a lot, but it really only fills a basket. But, the next day then she'll have. On the 24th day, Rani was presented with 8,388,608 grains of rice, enough to fill 8 baskets, which were carried by 8 royal deer. On the 27th day, 32 Brahma bulls were needed to deliver 64 baskets of rice. The Raja was deeply troubled. Oh, that means he's worried. One grain of rice has grown very great indeed, he thought, but I shall fulfill the reward to the end, as a Raja should. So he was finishing his promise. Wow, look at all that rice. I think we could definitely feed some people in that town by now. On the 29th day, Rani was presented with the contents of 2 royal storehouses. So now, one of the places that they kept all the rain, a big, huge building, she got 2 of those storehouses full of rice. Oh, this is looking good. We still have a couple more days to get to the end of the month. Oh, I was wrong. Look at this. Here is 2 royal storehouses. Wow. She's really going to feed some people. And then, oh my gosh, on the 30th and final day, 256 elephants crossed the province, carrying the contents of the last 4 royal storehouses. 536,870,912 grains of rice. Look at this book. Look at how many grains of rice. Wow. Amazing. Altogether, Rani had received more than 1 billion grains of rice. The Raja had no more rice to give. And what will you do with this rice? Said the Raja with a sigh. Now that I have none. I shall give it to the hungry people, said Rani, and I shall leave a basket of rice for you. If you promise from now on only to take as much as rice as you need. I promise, said the Raja. And look, there she is. All that rice. Look at all that rice. Oh, I think I like the idea of jumping in all that rice. And for the rest of his days, the Raja was truly wise and fair, as Rajas should finally be. He wasn't very fair in the beginning, but he definitely was fair at the end. So I wanted to show you in the back of this book, it's really cool. It says from 1 grain of rice to 1 billion. Each day, Rani received double the amount of rice as the day before. See how quickly 1 grain of rice doubles into so much more. So take a look. Here's a chart. It starts out at day 1. And then day 2, how many pieces of rice? And day 3. Oh, I think that would be a fun math problem to try and see if you can come up with the same types of answers as this. Oh, how much rice? Wow. More than 1 billion grains of rice. Oh, all from 1 grain of rice. Isn't that a wonderful book? I just love that folktale. Oh. All right. I wanted to show you, I have our circle map finally of what can I do to help others. And this is kind of the same way as the 1 grain of rice. If everybody were to do a little bit to help someone else, whether it's just somebody in your family, imagine day after day how many wonderful things that would be. So this is what you guys came up with on your circle map of what can I do to help others. So you read it with me as I read it. Make books and share with neighbors. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Make some books. Give it to your neighbors. Draw them some pictures. Make a tree house. Ooh. Share food, toilet paper with your neighbors. Oh, that would be nice if you have some to share. Cook dinners with your mom. She would love that. Write letters and send to your family and friends and family. Walk dogs or go to the store for elderly or older neighbors. Keep reading with me. Read to your brother or sister. Oh, this is a good one. Moms and dads love when students do this, when their children do it. Oh, there's a big one. Stay home. Someone said that, which is so true. I know it's hard, but we're going to do it. Help make lunch. Paint pictures and leave them at your neighbor's house. Oh, that would be really fun. Clean the table. Share cookies you made. Help your brother or sister with homework. Play with neighbors 6 feet apart. Wash your car. Share fruits with vitamin C and D. And help Dad find scorpions in your yard. Oh, doesn't that sound like a fun one? I know one family did that. That's a great way to get rid of some scorpions in your backyard. So, here are some ideas of what you can do to help others. All right, let me see if I can get my dogs over here to say goodbye. Cookie, Nova, come on over. Come here, babe. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. There's one right there. Here's Cookie. Say hello, Cookie. Oh, and here's Nova. She sits down. We can see her. Sit down. There's her head. She's as tall as the book. Tall as the computer. So Nova is about 6 years old. She's getting to be a little bit older. And the favorite thing she loves is she loves to have her armpit scratched. Oh, she loves it. She loves it. Oh, that's her favorite. Now, Nova, she loves to be petted everywhere. She loves it all the time. So look in the camera, Nova. Say hi. Hi. She's like, I don't know where to look. She can't see. But poor Nova, she has lots of allergies right now, and her eyes are all full of drainage, and it just kind of leaks on her eyes. But she's still so very happy, and loves that we're home. All right, guys. Cookie and Nova say, have a great night. Say goodbye, Cookie. Bye, Cookie. Say goodbye, Nova. Hopefully someday you'll get to meet them in person. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again at my next story time. Bye.